Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Realnesss with 3 S's. I'm your host here, Chantele Francis, with my amazing co-host, Tamika. How you doing today, Tamika?
I'm good. Tired, but good.
Good. Yay. And if this is your first time here on Realnesss, well, then welcome. We are very happy to have you. Do us also a favor and subscribe and ring that notification bell so you can be notified every time we go live. And we go live pretty much every day with Love Island UK. So we're talking about it, not UK, US. But we do it with UK as well. But USA, we're doing the exclusive Paramount Plus episode number 4. What were your overall thoughts about the episode, Tamika?
This is kind of boring. I'm not into any of the new girls that came in other than Alana. I really like Alana. But the guys don't seem to like Alana, so it kind of just is like, here we go again.
Alana's the model, the blonder woman with the regular curves.
Yeah. The game was boring. What else happened? I'm still side-eyeing Charlie, so I was taking mostly notes on how he was acting. But none of the girls seem to be into him anyway, so I think that I was surprised because Ellie said that she's from Chicago, and I think he lives in Chicago. So, but she said she doesn't like him.
I mean,
but who knows?
Hi, Dino. Thank you for joining us. What do you guys think of the episode? Charlie is like a boy version of Trina, but Trina has more personality. I worry for Cash. Yeah,
I don't know. Does Trina have more personality? I think it's basically them kind of on the same wavelength of personality, in my opinion.
Well, I think that Trina has had a little bit of personality. Remember when she was good at when she was carrying the pie, and she kind of made a joke. So
yeah,
joke in her. She has one joke in this. So there's more than I can say for Charlie. Charlie, like Cash is so fun and playful. He's just like boring.
Yeah, he's just there. I don't know. Something about him. I'm not
it's so curious to me that he has 105,000 Instagram followers.
But it's so boring. It's because he just looks pretty.
But like, am I not cute? What I have like 1,500? Like, I don't get it. I mean, he's not even that good looking. I mean, I guess he has a nice body and like he takes good pictures, but his look is not my look at all.
I have to duck out for a second.
No problem. Okay. Hi, Realist. How are you? So, Alana reminds me of Anna Nicole Smith in her early guest hood days. Yes, she did. I can see that for sure. Now, I think her eyes brown. I can't remember if her eyes are brown or not, but I definitely see with like that kind of wavy bed head, like, surf beach hair. I can see Anna Nicole Smith as well. And Anna Nicole was also like just a little bit more voluptuous and a little bit more curly. She just had a body, as they say on Drag Race. So I can see the similarities there for sure. Good days. I was like, hood days, okay, maybe hood days. Alana is hot, so is Bailey. I mean, I think they're all very, very pretty women. I personally found this episode to be a bit of a snoozer. Nothing really went on. Hi, Mary. Tamika just stepped out, but she will be back. I did see that the first look is out. I thought we'd just talk about this episode a little bit, and then we'll look at the first look. I really don't see that much having happened in this episode. I don't know why they need to put it on Paramount Plus. I know they're trying to drive traffic to there. Okay, I get like their ultimate marketing objective, but personally, I find it really irritating because I like watching Love Island on my TV, and then I'm like, oh, damn, I have to watch it from my computer because I can't get it on my TV. So I don't know if they could make something where I can actually watch Paramount Plus. Like I watch Netflix on my TV. I watch Crave if you're in Canada and Amazon Prime on my TV. If they had one of those for Paramount Plus, I would be like, chef's kiss. That's fantastic. And if they made it with a VPN or like I could use my VPN with it, that would be even better. But the fact that I had to watch it on my computer, I find really irritating. Cash seems to be done with Charlie in the first look. Good. I'm not really into him. Hi, MKs, MKMs. Thanks for joining us. Tamika will be back. I feel like Cinco would have liked Alana, but who knows? Do you know what? Cinco very well could have liked Alana. He likes, like, I can see she has a bit of a bolder personality and she kind of exudes confidence. So I think he likes that in a woman. So I can see him being attracted to her. He doesn't seem to like women that are kind of quiet. I know that Trina became quiet, but I think that was just like after the initial chase was done. But I feel as though Cinco was attracted to Trina because of that chase energy that she was giving him. Hi, Sam. So based on this episode, doesn't seem like the newsgirls are feeling Charlie. He's pretty dry on the date. Yeah, I mean, I think this whole episode was pretty dry, and we're all going to see the majority of it tonight. But Charlie is just boring. He has no personality. And he's not bringing anything to make Cash want to be with him. He says that he's all in on Cash, but like he's not giving any all in flavor, like different idea of what all in means.
Yeah, that comment was weird to me because he was like, "Oh, you know, I'm happy to get to know. I'm all in on Cash, but I'm happy to get the new girls." And I'm like, I am not feeling you're all in on Cash. I'm just not seeing it at all.
Me neither.
And on top of that, he's boring. So
don't even get me started, Brandy. Brandy says, watch Charlie try to play victim because he feel like Cash still likes Cinco. Yeah, you know what?
I don't know. There's 2 weeks left. I just want to know if he's dumb or if he's smart. Like, if he's dumb, he will switch. If he's smart, he will stick to the game plan and keep it moving. I don't know.
I don't know if the show is dumb or if it's smart. Bringing 3 guys that are good for Olivia and Cash specifically, and Trina. I want all those 3 to have an option that they're like, wow, I can't believe he's coming in at the end here because I'm so into him. Like, is that not possible? There are thousands of people that apply for this show.
Yeah.
How could they not find somebody for Olivia who's very basic? I think that I could probably find her 10 guys that she'd have a long-term relationship with, like just by walking down the street. So the fact that go ahead.
So I was watching the interviews today with the Casa guys and the Casa girls on After the Island. And actually, I was just about to finish Andrews. But Cam, apparently, he was supposed to come in towards the end of the season. And they pulled him because they pulled Ballo out and brought him into Casa.
He's supposed to be coming in now?
Yeah. So there's going to be guys coming in, guys. Unless it's because they pulled Cam, we're going to get like less guys. But I'm sure they definitely should have had more guys in reserve. That doesn't make any sense. But anyway, so Cam was supposed to come in towards the end of the season, but he got told, listen, we need you to come in for Casa. He said Olivia just doesn't know what she wants. Same thing with Gabe. Gabe said that it sounds like all of the Casa boys so far, they weren't looking for most of the OG girls. They were looking for Amy and Florida. Most of the Casa girls were looking for Giovanni and who else is left? Who left? Giovanni and Wes. So with Cam, he's like, and Cam, Andrew, Gabe, they all saying the same thing. Olivia doesn't know what she wants. Olivia told Gabe that if she had to choose between Slade and Giovanni, she was going to choose Giovanni. Olivia told Cam, like right before the recoupling, in Casa Amor that she was feeling Corey, like out of nowhere. So it's not, he's like, it didn't come out of nowhere for him, except for that it came out of nowhere. Like, it was like, she didn't say anything. All of a sudden, like right before, the night before, they were supposed to recouple the next day, she mentioned Corey. And that apparently what she said is they were vibing. According to Olivia, they were vibing, but then Florida came into the villa. And I'm like, but you never said that. Like, that would have been a storyline. Like, you said you liked Will. You never said, I like Corey any of those times.
She even said she liked Jeremy.
So then why didn't she should have recoupled with Corey and let Cash recouple with Giovanni.
Oh my God.
This is my thing. Like, I'm annoyed.
Do you think though? Okay, this is a hot take. I just thought of it right now. I don't believe it necessarily or not. But do you think that Olivia could sense that Cash is the prize, the star of the show?
Mm-hmm.
That she kind of did that to slightly sabotage, because if she was with Giovanni, Cash and Giovanni would be saved. And it's not for certain that her and Corey would be saved. So do you think that maybe she kind of cock blocked her a little bit?
I don't think Giovanni likes Cash, but they could have been a strong friendship couple. Yes, strong friendship couple. Yes.
Like, Giovanni and Cash would have stayed no matter what. Do you think that she might not have wanted to see that? Right? Like,
I don't know. Because right now, Olivia makes no sense to me. She's like a total enigma. But I said that. I said I didn't see her have any vibes with Slade. It did not look like she liked him.
Yeah, maybe she just doesn't know what she wants at all.
The Casa boys said the OG girls and the Casa girls said the OG girls are basically, their loyalty is to each other, period.
Which is fine. Like, I get that. They want to stay there. They start the journey together. They want to end the journey together. That is a normal, feeling to have. But it would be more satisfying as a viewer if they were all in some sort of relationship. It's the fact that they've kind of, all the people that came in, the bombshells and all this, they're all leaving and they're staying single as the OG girls. I would like to have seen them find people, or if the people like Florida might have found somebody, like if it was Corey or if it was Jeremy, like at least they would have been in a couple. But it's like all the potential couples have been kicked off the show and the OG girls are just staying there single, or like with Will or Josh.
Yeah, I don't know. Raul said Trina was like in love with Cinco. I'm just like, what? Like, I don't know what that was about. They just said that they didn't get a chance. Like, the girls were like, they wouldn't even talk about them coming into the villa. Like, there was no chance. The only people that it was,
it was Trina.
Was Cash and Charlie. Like, Cam said Cash and Charlie was instant connection. So was Raul said the same thing. So I don't know.
Hi, Dana. Thanks for joining us. All right. The new girls don't seem into him either, but that doesn't mean he won't win him over. He won't win him over. I wonder if the next coupling is a girl or guy pick. What happened last? The last one, it was
Casa Amor.
Right. And then it was we voted. So what was before that? Before that, I don't know. They're messing up with the voting and the dumping that, like, I don't even know.
I don't know anymore. I don't know what we're gonna get.
Hi, Earth Angel. Oh, let's see those likes. Thank you, Earth Angel. Okay. Hi, Charlie. So I saw Cam's interview and he said that Charlie and Cash were very affectionate, and so did Raul, and that's why he backed off. Cashay, so the producers are not showing that side. But
But he did that again. I saw that when he was in Casa Amor. That's why I'm upset, because when he went into the villa, instead of keep doing that with Cash, he stopped as soon as they got into the villa, and even Cash noticed it, and that is why she was concerned that maybe they weren't good for each other. Mm-hmm. And so then she was like, maybe she should go back to Cinco. She wasn't sure. Maybe her and Charlie weren't meant to be. That is why she was conflicted.
I Rwandan finest, so Charlie is not it. We agree here. Well, I agree anyways. But we're gonna stick by Cashay. I know, but he might be effing up the bag for her.
Yeah.
Because if she sticks with him and she doesn't get anybody that comes in that she's more interested in and than him, and then he's wishy-washy, or he's talking to other people, or he's not giving her the affection that she needs, whatever it is, like, people are not going to vote for her. Other than us. Like, we will no matter what. But all the other people that, like, they need a real connection, they're going to vote for Will and Kira or Shannon and Josh.
Right.
They want any excuse to not vote for them, you know?
Right.
Wes, I know. Wes was so good looking. Casa Girls wanted Giovanni and Wes. I know. Hi, Latoya. Thanks for joining today. Oh, wait, is this? Okay. Spoiler. Well, not really a spoiler. New look is out, guys. It looks like Cashay is about to dump Charlie. Good for her if she does. I guess, should we watch this?
I guess.
Hold on. Let's just get these. Olivia, Corey, Jeremy, Kira, Will, and Trina has to go.
I'm telling you, I'm like, this is why we're screwed. This season has been screwed. They are all boring. And I like Corey. Actually, Corey's not boring. He was pretty good with the new girls that came in. But
the best part of what Corey's date, come on. I know you want to support Corey, but his dates are boring. And when he was like, she's like, oh yeah, I'm Indian, and like my mom's from, or my other parent is from the States. And she's like, oh, what tribe are you from? That was the best thing, the most interesting thing.
That's what I'm saying. He's so just, I don't want to say dumb, but he's just so silly. I laugh. But yeah, because he does that all the time. He says the weirdest crap. But yeah, they're not bringing anything to the show. So my thing is, if they want to salvage the rest of the season, they better make sure that Cash doesn't get dumped, because I'm telling, there is nobody else on the show. Shannon, that's it. That's all.
Shannon, like, I wouldn't mind if she has another go at Will. That would make me feel good. Giovanni and Cash would have been friendship goals. Absolutely. I wish that had happened. I wish that she had just said, I wish Operation Kissy Kiss or Heart Attack, whatever, all that happened. And it just made like happen earlier, so that Olivia would have coupled up with Corey from back then.
Right.
Giovanni would have been saved at this point, because it would have been Cash and Giovanni. They would have been in the bottom, and maybe they would have been dumped. You know what I mean?
I agree. I think they would have been.
Because Corey, we were willing to let him go, but he was coupled up with Cash, right?
Right. So we had to vote for them.
Yes, Olivia seems to like the guys that like Cash.
Yeah. I can see her going for Charlie if if Cash dumps him.
Cash Man was in the villa the whole time. Ooh,
Cinco? I don't know. Cinco annoys me.
Messed that up.
Yeah.
Stupid. So what now? Olivia will start liking Charlie?
She literally said she told Cam that the two guys that she would have liked is Kim and Charlie. So I'm not shocked.
Okay, not sure if it was discussed yet, but I hold the unpopular opinion of Shannon is out of line with Will because her anger towards him isn't out of concern for Kira. It's to eliminate competition.
Is that what you think? Because I don't think it was to eliminate the competition. I think she just generally does not like the guy.
Well, like, she didn't want to go for that chat, right? She's like,
yeah.
And Shannon isn't really capable of holding her tongue. She just says what she feels. And this is what we actually like about Shannon. I think that she that's the narrative that Will wants to paint as to why Shannon doesn't like him and Kira together, is because like they're such a strong couple and they're going to, come up next to him. I actually don't agree with this one, Realist. I do feel that Shannon, I don't think that they're competition for Shannon. I think Shannon and Josh are way ahead of Will and Kira after Casa Amor. I just don't see them being able to pick up any sort of stride. And the whole thing started because Will was trying to put the blame or protect Kira because the girls didn't have her back in that recoupling. And she's like, don't get it twisted, buddy. Your actions is what puts you in the bottom too. So don't be trying to blame me and tell me that I'm not a good friend to Kira for having to make some decisions. Like, look at your actions that got you in the bottom. So I think that if they weren't in the bottom and she started that fight and they never had any sort of problems at Casa Amor, maybe I can see your point of view here.
Right.
But the fact that she didn't bring it up, she didn't even want to talk to him, and she had nothing to do with him being in the bottom. All she had to do is save him. Like, she was part of the reason why they were saved.
Right.
So with that, I just don't think that is where her thought process was. I don't even think she thinks that they're competition.
I don't think she thinks they're competition at all. At all. I don't think they're competition. I don't know anybody who thinks that Kira and Will are competition. They're boring, and I don't know.
This is interesting, Nicole. So I think Shannon and Josh have decided keeping Jeremy as a gameplay.
Well, I can see that.
But that
I could see.
Keep less people having connections, more likely for them to win. That's fair. Did anybody see the Cinco Q&A? I didn't see it all, but I think Tamika, you saw it, right? And
literally just, same thing. He's still blaming Cass, saying she didn't seem interested in him, and I'm not seeing where she didn't. So I don't know. I'm still annoyed with him, but he's still kind of on the pot, like, oh, I'll see what happens. To me, it's like, I'll see what happens once you get out of the villa. Not like, I don't know, maybe it's from a female perspective, but I would want him to say, she's my girl, that's who I want, and if she comes out of the villa single, it's me and her. You see what I'm saying? Like,
you know, it's very similar to what's going on in the UK with Tyler, Kaz, and Clarice.
Yeah.
Black men not want to make a decision between black women. Like, why do they not? They always have to fight. They have to not be able to get your full attention. Their head might be turned. They can't decide. They don't know who they want. They like them both. You're 60-40. Like, just decide what you want. Why is it so difficult? And I don't think that either of them would be that wishy-washy if they were dealing with a white woman.
Right. And he also said that he thought about coupling up with Leslie. At least he was being honest, because Will keeps saying that he didn't ever think. I don't believe Will on that. I think he really was going to couple up with Flo.
What did Flo say? Was she on Off to the Island?
She was. She just said he's a great guy and she really likes him and she sees what him and Kira have. I don't know. I think she's a little too nice. So I'm kind of glad she left, because I'm like, she wouldn't have brought no drama to the villa like I was hoping.
Drama to the villa with Kira crying.
Yeah.
And,
but yeah, so she said she hopes that they work, and if not, if she's not going after him, but they can be friends either way.
Okay, Sam says with Cinco gone now, Charlie is really talking BS. He's not giving her anything, and there's no reason for that. I mean, he probably just wanted into the villa, and he got in. And we said this yesterday. We were talking about the fact that he probably thought that she was going to choose Cinco, and then he wasn't going to have to deal with her. Latoya says the only reason Cinco's heart rate rose for Trina was because she kissed him. I thought it rose for Cash.
That was a Cash. He got Cash, and he rose Cash's heart rate. So
and also Charlie got Cash as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trina's heart rate rose for Cinco.
Oh.
Exactly.
So
maybe you mean the other way?
Mm-hmm. The girls choose. I guess if there's so many. No, how's the girls choosing if there's so many?
This is why I'm saying this doesn't make any sense. There have been more girls coming into the villa because I don't think the girls have chosen in a while. I think the last time it was still guys that chose. No, it was girls that chose because Isaiah left, right? No, it was girls that chose. Yes, it was girls that chose because Amy chose Wes. Cash chose. No, that was before that. No, it had to be
Amy.
Amy chose Wes because it was between Isaiah and Wes. Isaiah left. That was the last recoupling. Girls chose.
I thought that he went over to her after and asked if she liked how his speech, and she liked his speech.
No, because remember she said that he was a man, so there wasn't another recoupling after that because that was the only time that Amy and Wes were together, and then they got dumped. Florida chose Jeremy instead of Corey, and then she got dumped.
And then what? And that's when Corey. And it was between Corey and Isaiah, and Cash chose
Corey. And then it was Casa Amor. Then the four of them got dumped, and it was Casa Amor.
So I guess then it must be the guys that are choosing, unless more guys come in.
Yeah. So I'm saying that if they were smart, they'd bring in more guys, because then if guys chose, then instead of like right now, it looks like 3 or 4 girls are going to go home rather than it should be like 1 or 2.
They messed this up this season.
Something not right.
Maybe stop showing affection because Casper always talked about Cinco. Now that Cinco is gone, let's see if he thinks.
I think that's an excuse. Again, he knew the situation coming in there. If you're saying you're the better man and you knew the situation was that it was going to be between you and another guy, then all you have to do is do the same thing you were doing to get the girl. Period.
Yeah. She doesn't even ask for that much. She
not at all.
Bare minimum. She's like, can you just I don't know, give me a hug every once in a while and box with me. You know what I mean? Like she's like, she wants him to wrestle with her a little bit. Like not even that difficult.
Yeah.
He really did what he had to do to get in the villa. I agree, Charlene. I agree. Or Charnice, sorry. Hi, Charnice. I definitely think that Cash would jump ship quicker from Carly than she did from Cinco. She only known him for a week. She'll be okay. I know, but we're trying to get her to win. We want her to win.
Again, people got to understand this. Cash needs to be coupled up with somebody in order to win, or she's off the show. So how do we get her to the end without a couple? That's why I'm like right now, I don't know what else to do unless they send another guy in. Another 2 guys, 3 guys. We need 3 guys.
We need at least 3 guys, and they have to all be interested in Cash, and then Cash can pick.
Right.
Yep, we need more men soon. Exactly. Corey is not smart at all. Yeah, I agree. Corey gives me kid vibes for him to be the oldest in the house. Exactly.
Yeah.
He definitely doesn't seem like the brightest. Charlie to step it up or else. Yeah, maybe the producers can step in because he's just bland. Cinco was elusive with his feelings for Cash and his question and answer. I only saw a couple that you shared with me, Tamika, and I was like, you still don't even get what went down in the villa, and you're out. And you can look back and be reflective. Go watch some episodes.
Yeah, I think he says he hasn't watched any, and he's still in Hawaii. So I just need him to get out, watch the episodes, and see where he went wrong, and come and do Q&As after that when he realizes how badly he fucked up. That's what I need him to do.
So Rwanda is fine. It says Shannon is rude and disrespectful. She doesn't know how to talk to people. I didn't mind it at all. I know that he deserved it. I don't think that he's a good guy. I don't think he deserved any respect for how he's pretending he's a good guy, but Like he's I don't know. He's a snake to me. I don't trust him at all. I think that he's playing a big game, and Shannon's bringing the drama in the villa. Like if nobody brought any drama, this is the only argument there's been on the show. In the UK, there's fights all the time. There's people getting in disputes. Like it's guys and guys over a girl, or girls and girls over a guy, or something. Like there's always stuff happening. Or remember when Anna was defending Amber when Michael like screwed Amber over, and she just like getting in his face and yelling at them. Like I don't know. That's sometimes the drama that you want to see in this particular show.
Can you imagine that? Who was it? Anna said that she was mad at Kaz for going after Tyler like she did. She doesn't think that Tyler deserved that.
Anna said this? I don't even think she was bad. Anna,
I have to find it and send it to you because that was bullshit. I was like, are you kidding me?
Maybe she's being sarcastic.
She better be, because that was absolutely.
If Giovanni was there, Cash would have never picked Charlie. That's true. That's true. Giovanni would have.
But he wouldn't have been there. She would have been at Casa Amor. And yeah, she would have been at Casa Amor still, and she would have brought back Charlie. But he probably would have peeped Charlie, and she probably would have ended it with Charlie right away and went back to Cinco. That's the only thing that he probably would have done. As soon as Charlie got into the villa, because the other guys were pushing her to be with Cinco, and she was like, I feel like they're just pushing me to be Cinco because they're friends with Cinco, rather than that's what I should do. But if it was Giovanni that was telling her she should go with Cinco, I think she would have went to Cinco faster.
Absolutely. I wouldn't mind if Cash jumped ship. Me neither.
I'm fine with it as long as she still stays in the game. So I don't see him doing anything to keep her. And again, I mean, I know people are going to be mad, but again, she should not have to accept bare minimum on this show to be with a man. Like, it does not make any sense. He's not doing anything.
I totally agree with you here, Charlene. Yes, can we bring in some more men so Cash can jump ship? Yes, please, 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 please. Please. Cash was nowhere near as affectionate with Cinco as she was with Charlie when they coupled up. And I know, and Charlie's just like, oh, like she's not like showing me that she likes me. But no, and with Cash and Cinco though, she yes, she admitted that she wasn't as open with Cinco and she was working on it. And remember, she like gave him a hug and wrapped her legs around him in the bathroom at one point, and Cinco was all like saying to the guys like, oh, she's never really acted like that before, because she was trying to do better to show how she feels, and like, being more cuddly, being more affectionate, kissing a little bit more. She was trying to show him.
But this was like day 3, day 4. Like, that's what's annoying me, because he's saying she wasn't affectionate with him, but I feel like maybe that was like the first week. And then
what do you need to do? Give you a blowjob for you to know that she's being affectionate? Like, I just don't.
Did you hear Cass say she was going to have to give Charlie a blowjob? I love her so much. I love her so much. That was so hilarious.
I don't know if she's into Charlie anymore. I think she might be like, I don't know, turned off by him.
Yeah,
I'd be turned off by his attitude, to be fair.
Yeah.
Hi, KRT. The guys choose. Okay, we have mixed opinions, but I think the guys make sense to choose, especially since there's less guys than girls.
Yeah, I agree.
With you, Tamika, I hope that they bring in more guys so that less girls leave.
Right.
I mean, at this point, Olivia, I think it's your time to deuce. Like Olivia can go.
Just allow one of these, like Jeremy, pick one of these white girls so that Olivia can keep the ratio, because I can't understand why Olivia is there. I do not understand why Olivia is there.
Me neither. What if Cash coupled with Jeremy? I can't even.
No.
Don't
No.
you even dare
No,
get
don't put that out into the atmosphere. First of all, that's not going to happen. He's going to be fighting with Corey after one of these girls, and she's going to get dumped. So I'm not even worried about it. Like, no.
Okay, but would you vote for Jeremy and Cash to win the show?
I will vote with Cash for anybody to win this. With Cash, with anybody.
Jeremy, okay. What if Cash and Jeremy go to the end, and Jeremy chooses take the money?
Oh, he would die. I think somebody would kill him. He would get an assassin hit on it. He would never work again. Do you see what the people did to Caleb when they found out like the man can't work in the business right now? Yeah, no, Jeremy, no, sorry.
They won't never. They read the heart rate results weird. Out of all the guys, Trina, Rose, Cinco, and same with Cash.
No, Trina didn't. No. Trina didn't do nothing for Cinco. The only person that rose Cinco's heart rate is Cash. The only person that rose Charlie's heart rate is Cash. The only person that rose Cinco's heart rate was Cash. The only person that rose Trina's heart rate was Cinco. I don't know if that's what you guys mean. The only person that rose Cash's heart rate was Charlie.
That's from what I remember as well.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Ariana. So how is Shannon supposed to mind her business when Will pulled her to talk about his business?
Right.
Don't even get me started. But
that's what I'm saying. The two conversations where Shannon got into it with people, I agreed with her. I don't understand why anybody is mad at her when Will pulled her in and was going at her for something that wasn't even her fault. Like they're deflecting onto her. And then the conversation with Jenny and Leslie was not like, it didn't make any sense because my whole thing was, why are you throwing out there about what Shannon and Josh are having sex in the bed? Everybody knows this is common knowledge. They will admit it, but that didn't have to be thrown into the conversation. If you don't like it, go sleep on the day beds or go sleep on the sofa.
Yeah, I mean, they're such family at this point. I don't think that they care.
Right.
So, hi, Luna. So Corey is the UK's equivalent of Toby. I don't think that Corey brings as much drama as Toby. I've had a turnaround with Toby. He's so messy that I like him now. Yeah. It's just he's so ridiculous. I'm just like, Toby, whatever. Like, if they're going to be swayed by you and like, go and be with you when they see the way you move, like that's their fault, whatever. So I think that they're different, but maybe the fact that they've been with so many different women in the villa, they have some similarities, but Toby's definitely a lot more drama. So Cedar says, hi, Tamika. I saw Bachelor in Paradise on your Instagram. Is it a good watch? Because I've never watched The Bachelor, Bachelorette. Ooh.
This is going to be my first VIP season. So I'm just excited for it. The only reason why I watched Katie's season of The Bachelorette is because I knew that her guys were going to be on this season of VIP. Otherwise, I would have skipped it. So I'm just excited for that because I'm excited to see Matt's girls and her guys and Tayshia's guys to go into VIP and see what they do. Otherwise, this season of The Bachelorette, as we discussed, and y'all can go on on Chantele's channel and find our review from last night, has been
our rant.
Our rant has been crap. Like right now, I think Tayshia's season has been the best one out of the three so far. But I really liked Matt's women. I really liked Katie's women, men, and I liked Tayshia's men.
So CJ, with Bachelor in Paradise, I would say that it would be more enjoyable for you to at least have watched the seasons that Tamika is suggesting. So the ones that have happened within the last year. So that would be Claire's season, Tayshia's season. They're kind of combined. Matt James's season and then also Katie's season. There may be some other regulars from seasons past within the last couple of years, but the bulk of them will be from those 3 seasons. And it just will be more interesting for you to see them find love because you've been on their journey for their story a little bit. You're seeing like where they broke it up, were they the final 2? Sometimes, you know, if they bring other people, they were previously the Bachelor, Bachelorette. So it just would be, you'll have more enjoyment watching it if you've seen their seasons. But I think it will be silly enough that, and there's going to be dates and whatnot, that you will be able to get to know people. So it's not as deep as you know, the Bachelor or Bachelorette is. It's a lot lighter. They just go on dates and they hang out and there's a rose ceremony. Guys choose, girls choose guys.
It's not. I don't think it's even as deep as Love Island, because Love Island, there's a cash prize at the end, right? I don't think that's the case with VIP. It's literally about finding love. So
and like they're there for like 3 weeks. Like it's short. So I mean, I would say give it a go. But if you want to do any sort of research, maybe you know, look at some videos of the cast. Like I'm gonna do probably a cast assessment with Tanya. Maybe Tamika would want to join us for a cast assessment so we can talk about the entire season and who's going to be on, and then you get an idea of what season people were from, and it might make you enjoy watching the season more. So that would be my suggestion. And if it's not with us, there's tons of people that have been doing cast release, cast reveals. Take a look at where they've come from. And so even if you just did that, I think you'd have a lot more enjoyment with the season.
Yeah.
If no more men come, Cash get the money. Then after the show, go get Cinco. Yeah. Well, if no more men come, though, I feel like Charlie's going to jump ship.
Yeah.
I know, all-time compilations. Yes, Cash is hilarious. I love her. Like, even like, there's a moment that she was twerking today. She's talking about giving blowies. At one point, Olivia comes up to them and she's like, "Oh my God, like the new girls are like talking to Corey." And like Cash is like, "You've literally said it like 5 times."
5 times. She's like, "You're freaking out. You've literally said this 5 times." And I was dying laughing. And then when Shannon was like saying something, and she's like, "Okay, Shannon, whose boyfriend is sitting next to her, so she doesn't have to worry, whose man is sitting next to her, so she doesn't have to worry about these new girls coming in and stealing her man. Thank you."
No, I love it. And I love that she has that kind of relationship with Shannon, that she can just like be herself.
Right.
Something to touch on those dates. So I didn't even write down who dated whom. I have them somewhere in here, but
I did.
But I just didn't find the dates really that interesting. I think all the women are very beautiful. I think Bailey, like when she had no makeup on, I was like, wow, she's like very, very stunning. It's like with her bare face. I like them all. I didn't see a real pull specifically with anybody. I was just kind of like, you guys, like, you'd fit in. I like them. I would love them for them to be part of the villa experience, but I don't see them being front runners or like. How did you feel about Jeremy talking to any of these women about like, oh yeah, I'm like a personal trainer and a model?
I'm like, he's gonna fight Corey for the one girl that Corey likes and win, and then she's gonna get dumped. So I don't care.
And Corey likes Bailey, correct?
Yes, it's Bailey that they both like, and I don't understand why nobody likes Alana, because she's gorgeous and she seemed like a better personality to me. Even Ellie, she was just like, I don't know, something about her. Ellie, I'm not a fan of. I don't know what it is.
I liked her.
Yeah, she just was. I don't know, something. She just seemed fake, maybe a little phony to me. I don't know why it feels like that, but that's just how I felt at the time.
Fair. I mean, she's also probably putting on a little bit of an act for the
That's
fact
what it felt like. That it was. I don't feel like I've seen her, and it's only one episode. I don't feel like I saw her genuine self.
Well, I mean, I could definitely be like on a first date, you just want to be like smiling, be like, oh my God, ha 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 ha. Like, she might have just been putting on like, let's connect and have a good time. And
right.
you are more so looking at them having really deep conversations, but she's just looking to be likable and having a good time. So
Yeah.
I don't know, I'll give her a pass because it's a weird environment to come in to go on a date with somebody that you don't know on TV, and not put on a little bit of like your phone voice, right? Hi, nice to see you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're not that nice.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, just she didn't pull me in this episode, so I can't say that I like her. I just don't. I didn't feel like she was her true self. And so she kept saying, "Oh, I love to have fun, and I'm a lot, and I'm a big personality," and I wasn't seeing it. So it was kind of like, okay, because that's why she said she didn't like Charlie, and I think Charlie likes her. So I think you could kind of see him deflate when she said she wanted to be with Corey and not him.
Well, like, I mean, it's not my thing either. Like, that's super. If you're gonna be super chill, you have to be like Cinco. Like, I don't know what is with it. Like, Charlie's chill is not it for me. What is the difference? Can you tell?
I think it's the swag. Cinco is chill, but he has bravado. Charlie is chill, but he's just like blah.
Soft.
Like, yeah, not soft, but just no sparkle. No sparkle. No.
Bland.
Yeah. Just
like,
no sparkle.
He's just like
yeah, like he just sits there. And I'm just like, okay, what are you bringing to this table? That's why I'm saying that I would forgive him all of that if he was bowing to Cash, like bringing her breakfast, always on her, grabbing her for kisses, grabbing her for chats, having her sit on his lap, kiss. Do you understand? That's the difference. Like, you can be a blah person, but if you show your girl that you are like worshiping her, whether that's true or not, worshiping her, I think you could, people would be like, he's not my cup of tea, but he treats her like a queen.
All right, Latoya has a hot take here. Okay, Lord, I blame Love Island. Obviously, they don't have any black people that work for the show because I refuse to believe that you can only find one black man that likes black women. Yep.
I mean, because Cam was the only other dark-skinned black man, and he literally said his top were Amy, Florida, and what's it?
Kira.
So yeah, no, he wasn't into Cash. So I need them to do better. I need you to find. And then people got so mad at Cinco for even thinking about going to a white girl after. And I'm like, I don't ever remember him saying that he was exclusively into black girls. So can't really be mad at him if he vibes with her, he vibes with her.
She was very pretty, and they had a good connection. So
yeah.
I mean, it made sense to me if he just like decided to just like leave them both alone and like jump over to Leslie, because it would just be less trouble for his love triangle.
Yeah.
Agreed. RC, thanks for joining us. Olivia and Trina are bringing nothing. Like, seems like this episode brought nothing.
Nothing.
So just to talk about one little thing is they did play a game. I feel like it was a self-motivated game. It wasn't provided by Love Island, I don't think. And so they're just kind of asking everybody questions. So questions were like, who would you like to couple up with? Who would you want to kiss? I thought the most awkward one, and tell me if you agree, was what was the dirtiest thing you've done in bed? And this question was posed to Jeremy, and he says, I don't know, butt stuff.
That was my first thing I wrote down up here. I'm like, Jeremy, butt stuff? Yeah, okay. Whose butt stuff? Again, he took so long.
The 6 people.
He took so long to answer it. And then when he did answer it, he's like, I don't know, butt stuff. To me, butt stuff is not dirty. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, so my whole thing is, I think he's the virgin. I think he's the
I
virgin.
always thought he was the virgin. Him or
Yeah.
Isaiah.
Yeah, and I've always thought it was him. And this whole section right here is proving my point, because I think he had to search for something that in his head, because he hasn't done anything. I think he had to search for something to say, and he couldn't think of anything, so he said butt stuff. What?
I mean, the question is a little bit awkward because I don't really know how to answer, really.
I mean, you could have answered it like, the dirtiest thing is bringing food in the bed and putting whipped cream on. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Or,
You know what, though? This is how I'm agreeing with you, doubling down on him being the virgin, is that with that particular question, a story would have gone along with that response, right?
That's what I'm saying. It was so flat and just how do you say it? Generic, that I don't see anybody not following up with, what do you mean? Or like him saying, one time me and this girl, like, I just
there's no story that goes along with it. Because if you're like, okay, like probably this, because it was like we were outside in the woods and like whatever, and then we fell down and we're in the mud and like we had to stop, like whatever, like telling the story as to why it's so dirty.
Yeah.
But like to answer it butt stuff, I was like,
And he had to think about that, because to me, I don't think most, I don't know. Listen, I don't have much in the way of sexual experience with a bunch of men. So let's say I don't know a lot of men who do butt stuff. So why would that be like, why would you have to think about it, is what I'm saying. Like, why would you have to think so hard to come up with something if you, I think he's the virgin. Nobody's gonna know
about it. So I was thinking about it. I'd be like, dirty. What are we considering dirty? I'm like, would be like, are we talking about dirty as in like sticky or messy, or dirty as in like smelly or like raunchy? Like, what are we? I would probably want clarification as to what dirty meant, as
Right.
I'm thinking of a story or like thinking of some way to answer the question. So the fact that he knew what dirty meant and he went with butt stuff, I agree, makes me believe that he is a virgin or hasn't had many sexual experiences with a woman.
Right. And Cinco asked, somebody asked that question to Cinco, and he didn't answer it. I think he's protecting him, because he said his best guy friends were Giovanni, Will, and Jeremy. I think Cinco is protecting Jeremy.
Oh, because he did say that he was the virgin, and so maybe he did that to not make Jeremy look,
I think he's protecting him.
Interesting. Big Greg says Charlie and Cinco both rose Cash's heart rate. Yes. Did Cash get risen by both of them? I thought she only got risen by.
She got raised by Charlie.
Did not, correct?
Yeah, the person who raised Cash's heart rate was Charlie.
Oh, it was Charlie. I thought it was
Charlie. Yeah, because remember she said, "Oh, not me being loyal," and then when they went to the person that rose Cinco's heart rate, it was Cash.
Yes, and then she was like, "Oh, they'll be taking that back."
not being loyal. Yeah.
Well, regardless, though, Trina didn't really do it for anybody. Hasn't been doing it for anybody for a while now. Like, do we have anything else to say about this episode? Like, honestly, like I just wrote down that stuff. Jeremy pulls Ellie for a chat. It was pretty boring. They sit up like at the top of the stairs, talking about she lives in Chicago. Josh and Bailey have a little bit of a chat. I don't know what the purpose of that is, because he's in a stable thing. But he does say that he does give her the green light that Olivia's not going to stand in her way if she's interested in pursuing Corey. So hopefully that actually happens. Like, let's see Olivia graft a little bit.
Yeah. Which,
point.
let's see what happens when Olivia actually has some competition, because I don't think she's had competition to this point. But Bailey seemed really worried about or scared of Olivia, and I couldn't understand what that was about. And I was laughing when Ellie got pulled from the chat by Jeremy because she said that he reminds her of a buffer version of her stepdad, and it makes her cringe. And I was dying.
I mean, I don't know if that's what makes me cringe about him, but it definitely would make me cringe if like Jeremy reminded me of my stepdad.
Yeah. But yeah, the whole Bailey and Josh chat, I was just like, yeah, I don't understand why Bailey is scared of Olivia. I wasn't getting it.
It's the point of having a conversation. I think they wanted like some screen time. They're like, oh, can you set up a chat between the two of you? Like, there was no reason for them to be talking.
Yeah, and Alana said she would have went if she was an OG. She would have went for Josh. He's more her type. The game was stupid. The entire game was stupid.
I mean, it would have been fun. If I was in the villa, I would love to play, you know, they're doing chicken fights and then they're doing, you know, relay races. And it would have been super fun. But, like, I don't need to see that for 15 minutes on, like, an episode of a show. I'm like, this is Love Island, not the game stuff. I know it's the exclusive episode, but this could be very the drop worthy or laid bare. I want to see these new women that we're supposed to start to like to be having the interactions and dates, like, and chats with all these people. I don't want to see them playing these games. Really?
Yeah, usually it's in Laid Bare. So it's usually in the Unseen Bits episode, which is what Laid Bare is. We've never gotten it where we even get the full game. I was like, okay, I'm pretty bored with this if this is how y'all are ending the episode. But Cash's team won, so I'm happy still.
Okay, Big Red says there might be something to the raunchy thing that Josh said. Kay from Casa Moore even said that she only hung out with the boys because all the girls talked about all day was who they want to kiss, sleep, and sleep with all day.
Yeah, Kay also is older, and I said that. I said Kay was older. She was more mature. You could see it in her interview with Josh, in her date with Josh. It just, she was not meant to be with those girls. And so not surprised. Seems like she likes Raul, but Raul seems to like Flo. I don't know. We'll see what happens. They all have their preferences. But yeah, she said she said Cinco was like third on her list. The first person on her list was Wes. The second person on her list was Giovanni. And the third person on her list was Cinco. And when she got there, the first two people that she liked were gone. She said she was upset with Cinco because instead of telling her, I'm not interested in you, she's like, because I could have taken it and that would have been fine. He sat there and went and told somebody else, Will, that he was only interested in Flo and Leslie. And then Will told her, because her and Will ended up having a really good friendship, she said. And so she was like, okay, that's fine. I just wish he would have said it to me. I'm a big girl. I could have handled it. I said, well, you know.
But you know that Cinco doesn't really handle.
He doesn't know how to communicate.
Hi, Divine Me. Hello there. I saw the first look and oh, I missed me some Cinco in the villa. That Charlie boy had me upset. I never trusted that man. Wish they would bring Cinco and Giovanni back. Okay, so speaking of which, so since we're pretty much on the episode, another interesting thing, wasn't even that interesting, was them talking in British accents, and I'm a fan of British accents, so they talked about that a little bit, and Corey talked about wanting to go to Egypt and Italy, and whoever she talked to wants to go. I think it was Alana that he was talking to.
Yeah.
Who has a one-way ticket to England. So I'm like, okay, those are two interesting things, but not that big of a deal. I don't have my speaker with me, so it might be quiet, but we'll just see what happens here. And you shouldn't. Like, oh, I need to have discussion with Cash about what? Like, she's laid everything out. She said she chooses you. She says that if you want to go talk to the new girl, she's going to be okay with it. But like, she still wants to have cuddles and wants to like be working on their relationship. Like, what do you need to do, Charlie? Ugh. Ugh.
I don't know what he's doing, but whatever. Listen, if he switches, he gets dumped. I like at this point. Annoyed. Absolutely annoyed.
Hi, Harris. Thank you for joining us. So, yes, we have watched Love Island UK. Love Island UK was the original, so they have the format down and they don't play into the producer's idea of what they think should be good for the show. They actually allow the votes to mean something, and the villain people get dumped from the island. Or in the Twitter game, like they allow people to get mean tweets be said about them. I do feel that the US version is a little bit watered down in how they allow some of the drama to come about. And so they got an ITV producer from the UK to start producing on season 2 and season 3. So I think that the format has become more like the UK. But I feel as though the producers are they're going off the script this season, and I'm not happy with it. So personally, I like the UK version better just because they figured it out, and I like what they're doing. This season started off really strong, but I feel like the producers kind of messed things up a little bit. And what else is the difference between the two? I really love the banter, the slang that is used in the UK. Just like, are you gonna mug me off? You're gonna pie me? Bell end? Like all their slang is really fun to listen to. So I find it just entertaining, just them as a personality, because they're all these like, page 3 models, supermodel type people, and like they have like some of them have trucker mouths and they're swearing all the time. Like, I don't know, it's great. So like them both for different reasons. I wish that the US would just stick to the formula. Just stick to the formula.
I need them to do like 8 weeks Love Island USA. And I need them to, the way they did the first few entrances, I think those were good. Casa Amor needs to be at least a week. At least a week.
Absolutely. Like, if you watch, I'm watching Love Island UK right now, and the aftermath of Casa Amor has been like out of this world. Like, it's been like, what? Like, it's been fireworks every single day since. It's been crazy. And we didn't get any of that drama this season from the US because they didn't have any couples that were at least a little bit strong. They just messed up the formula before they all went in, and so it didn't really have any lasting effect.
Yeah, not at all. So at this point, there's nobody to root for but to root for whoever you singly like, and the only person I like is Cash.
Well, dang, he tells everyone about wanting to go to Egypt. That must be his conversation starter.
It is. They're all waiting to go to Egypt with him. Olivia, Florita, now.
Yeah, that's my next spot. Like Egypt and Spain are my 2 next places I want to go. I do want to go and learn about how in Egypt they use the stars to align stuff. And so I wanted to look at astrology and astronomy through the Egyptian lens, and then also do a lot of like obviously tours of the pyramids and all that stuff, and like get a really good history tour. So Corey, I will go with you to the pyramids if you need somebody, an older woman, to take you on this tour. But he's too boring for me, to be honest. Saving Jeremy and Olivia messed up the season for me, absolutely. And sending home Giovanni was the first wrong move, absolutely. Sending home 4 people that episode, wrong move.
They should not have sent home 4 people.
They should have gotten rid of that red convertible and got themselves a Hummer like stretch limo so they can fit 6 people in there. if they want to have somebody like stick their head out of the Hummer like limo, then they could have done that, because the fact that they just needed extra seats in the car, like they needed one extra seat in the car so that they could like make that shot, is most likely why they didn't have a 6-person in Casa Amor. Like, it's dumb. Even in the UK this season, they had 6 people go to Casa Amor. So
yeah. They definitely, the tail end of the season, the middle of the season, they screwed up. They totally screwed it up.
Yes, Kate didn't vibe with the girls and said Will made her breakfast and they bonded. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, she said they became really good friends.
Too bad he's a schmuck. Well, do you know what, guys? This is pretty much it for today. Like, we're going to probably talk about a lot more of this stuff again tomorrow when they basically show the dates that we just watched on this exclusive episode on the actual episode tomorrow, and probably in a way that's a little more entertaining. So we will be back tomorrow to discuss this. But just to let you guys know, instead of 3 p.m. Eastern, tomorrow it'll probably be about 5:15 or 5:30. I have a class tomorrow from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m., and so I will not be able to go live at 3, but we will go live as soon as my class is over. So between 5:15 and 5:30, just to give me some buffer time, just in case it goes over time. And Tamika, as usual, what do you got going on?
So yeah, follow me on Entertainment in Color. We're talking. I'm going to be promoting more stuff that's coming out the tail end of the summer. There's been a lot of shows that are coming out. So we've got BIP, and we've got F-Boy Island, which we're talking about whether or not we want to have a discussion on it. But I'm still watching Olympics right now and doing Love Island. It's a full pack schedule. So, but yeah, follow me on Entertainment in Color, guys.
Sweet. Thank you. And you guys know the drill, but if you haven't already, please subscribe to Reality Realness with 3 S's. We love chatting with you in our Love Island recaps. It's actually what makes it so much fun. Most people have the same opinion of us, and that's probably why we enjoy it so much, because they agree and we're like, and we're like have like a group of people that like have the same opinions. But even if you don't, we do like hearing from you anyways. So maybe if you can leave some comments below. Do you think that they're going to actually find somebody to put in the villa for Cash? Do you think Cash still has a shot at that money if she breaks it off with, I forgot his name, Charlie? Do you think that Charlie is going to crack on with another girl? Just tell me your thoughts about this episode. Tell me if you think that Paramount Plus is working, because I just wish it was just a regular episode. I really don't like having to find it on Paramount Plus.
Yeah, I don't think this Paramount Plus thing is working. We're not getting regular drops that are supposed to be, full episodes, uncut. We're not getting those. We're barely getting the Monday exclusives. They're kind of boring. It's not working for me. People really want a Big Brother style live feed of Love Island. They just want to see what they're doing in the villa. But I just think the show is way too overproduced for them to ever be able to do something like that.
Yeah, because I'm sure they're just like, okay, like you're gonna come in, you're gonna say this, okay, you step now and ready and action. Like I'm sure there's a lot of shots that are planned like that. So I don't think that they want us to see behind how the sausage is made, as they say.
They're not trying to break the fourth wall in this show.
I don't think so. I would love it though. I think that would be very interesting. Very interesting. Oh boy, this is true, Latoya. I think I'm feeling you. He did use our girl just like Isaiah. Absolutely.
I agree.
She's going to figure it out. So let me know in the comments if you think that they're going to put somebody in to save Cash, save this season, so that Charlie can just get dumped as soon as he's not with the Golden Girl. I would love to see it. And so we'll see you guys tomorrow at around 5:15, 5:30. See you guys.
Bye.
If you want to watch Love Island UK, I'm going to do that right after this. I had to go a little bit late today. So come and join me and we'll talk about Love Island UK. Bye.